The next set of reactions that we're going to take a look at single replacement reactions. Single replacement reaction for us is going to have on the reactant side a metal by itself. You need this activity series here that's listed in your lab or in a textbook of determining whether or not the metal that's standing by itself as a reactant has enough power in order to kick out the other metal that it wants to replace. So for instance, in a single replacement reaction, here's a metal standing by itself. I want to know, does it have enough energy to be able to kick out that iron? I go to my activity series, and the metal that's doing the kicking out, calcium wants to kick out iron, has to be above iron in this particular activity series. So because calcium is above iron, it has enough energy to kick it out. What that does is it puts iron by itself, and calcium will now hook up with the chlorine. And just like we did in double replacement reactions, you only bring one of each over, and then you need to go back in and look at the charges that each have and crisscross them to write the final compound. I'm not asking you to balance these equations, I'm just asking you to be able to predict the products and to know whether or not that the metal that's doing the kicking is strong enough to kick out the other metal. So for this metal is by himself. I want to know, is he strong enough to kick out lithium or aluminum? Lithium is above aluminum in the activity series, so he will be able to kick aluminum out of that compound. Lithium hooks up with one bromine because it's 1 to 1. Check the charges. Lithium is a +1, bromine is a -1. So it's written already as a balanced compound. And remember, balanced compounds don't have the charges showing. Let's look at this one. Is copper above sodium? If it is, this reaction will be able to take place. Copper is way on the bottom here, and sodium is above it. Because copper is below it, it does not have enough energy to kick that out, so you would simply write no reaction can occur, and you're done. Okay? Now in this one, I want to know, can iron kick out the silver? Iron is above silver, so the reaction will take place. It'll kick out silver by itself. Iron will hook up with one chlorine. But because it's a transition metal, we don't really have anything on the reactant side to tell us what charge it would be. On the exam, I give you some numbers, and don't assume that that's telling you the reaction would take place. What that's saying is, if it did take place, iron would have a +2 charge, so that you'd be able to write a balanced compound. Notice I also wrote copper would be a +2, but I didn't need that information because that particular one, copper was not above, sodium couldn't kick him out, so it's no reaction.